Wetzlar, Germany. We are here at the Leica factory.
The holy land of Leica,
The
mothership.
Yes.
The place to be if you are a Leica nerd, or even a Leica mild enthusiast.
Yes, headquarters, as it were.
Yes.
So we are here in the Leica Classic shop with a whole bevy of cool antiques and collectible cameras.
Yes, this is actually what happens is the Leica auction takes over the Classic store. So they have over 400 lots, and they put them all on display, and you line them up over here. So if you were here right now, you would see some of the most incredible pieces, including the 0 Series number 112, which sold for 6 million euros. Plus,
million.
Right.
That's with an M.
A million with an M, and euros.
Yeah.
Collins.
And also the 700,000 serial number M3.
Yes, the very first serialized M3.
Which sold for 2.8 million euros. So those are some pretty pricey Leicas there.
So we hope you can hear us and see us okay.
We hope so.
This was a new phenomenon for us to go live with an iPhone in a random place.
On Wi-Fi.
But we decided you deserved to see us while we're here.
Exactly.
We would not do you such a disservice. And hopefully this is working and we're not just talking at an empty camera. Okay, good.
Cool. Okay,
thank you. Shout out to Colin.
Yes.
He's our stand-in Jose.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
For the day. So David, why are we in Wetzlar?
We came here for the Leica Centennial Celebration, which is the 100 years since Leica has been a company, because they actually started in 1847. But in 1925, Ernst Leica II made the big decision to go ahead with the Leica prototype camera, and it was the world's first 35mm roll camera, small format.
Well, 1914 was the prototype.
No, go into production in 1925.
Right, but you said
yeah. So the Leica,
yes,
Oscar Barnett came up with the prototype in 1914.
There you go. Okay.
And then 11 years later, they made the decision to go live. And there's a famous Ernst Leica II quote, that we take the big risk. And 100 years later, here we are with an entire lineage, 100 years, a century's worth.
Well, the key is 100 years of continuous camera production.
Correct.
And just mind.
Yes.
Who else has been making cameras for 100 years?
Nobody.
And so this is a big deal.
Yeah.
And Leica is celebrating this by having big events at 7 different cities around the world. David was just in New York at the New York Centennial event. And of course, in Wetzlar, you have to have one.
This is the main event.
This is the big one. There's like, I don't know, 800 to 1,000 people here.
Yep.
Crawling all over the factory grounds, Leica enthusiasts with the coolest cameras and lenses you've ever seen. You could imagine them just geeking out like crazy. Yeah. And it's been awesome. So we wanted to go live. Why?
Just to show, because we actually we went to the unveiling yesterday morning, and of course we were thinking logistically here, because if we actually stream for when these things happen, you all will be asleep, fast asleep in your beds, dreaming about Leicas.
That's right.
So we wanted to wait a little bit longer, and also we were able to sweet talk some powers that be into giving us the ones that they showed on stage to actually show off here to you. And these are a few of the 100-year celebration cameras, the commemorative cameras.
Right, so Leica launched 5 new products on Thursday, yesterday, to celebrate their 100 years of continuous camera production. And so we are going to show you some of those cool products. David and I have not seen them until now.
Not like
so this is
touching.
Right, so this is going to be kind of a first look. Sort of an informal, there's a lot that we still don't know. And of course, once we're back in the studio at some point and get our hands on production versions, we'll deep dive further and talk about deeper impressions.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So do you want to get started?
Well, let's start over here.
Yes. I'll hold it up and you can talk about it.
Sure. So this is a special book. Leica, this is not the first one they've done recently, but it is very cool. And unfortunately, this one is shrink wrap, so we can't.
We could open it, but I don't want to spoil the surprise.
Probably not.
So it's 320 pages. Just reading the specs. Get it right.
I'll hold it while you read it.
It's not a limited run. It's not limited to a number, but it will be a limited production, so it will sell out eventually. And I think Leica quoted it pretty well, so I'll defer to them.
Yeah, please.
It's to celebrate 100 years of the Leica 1. The anniversary book highlights its iconic status, not just as a technical masterpiece, but as a witness to history. Through 100 stories, it captures personal moments, iconic images, technical milestones, and behind-the-scenes insights that were reflect a century of light.
Well said, press release.
Well said. I couldn't describe it better myself. So
Yeah, it has a nice description of the back as well.
It's a beautiful book. I've played with an open copy. It's
For
really,
sure.
really nice.
Yeah.
And I think if you're like a fan, if you have a book collection, or you just want something cool to
Yeah.
have, this is awesome.
Goes well with the 7 years in book.
That's right.
Yes.
If you go on our website, you'll notice you can't pre-order these yet.
Right.
What we're going to do is once we get our batch, we'll put them on the site. Otherwise, it would just be
Chaos.
a little chaos of taking lots and lots of pre-orders. So this is really cool because it's a chance to get into the story a little bit more involved and learn about not just about the cameras, but about the photography, art, and the history.
Yeah, and they've really been kind of leaning hard into that in terms of, and the gallery exhibitions that are taking place in the lobby really show off the history, the lineage, and it's not just about the cameras that have been in production, but really the photographs and the photographers of all these.
Oh well, we should mention.
I don't know,
Leica,
10 decades.
Leica has brought some incredible photographers.
They have.
Who have done panel discussions and talks and book signings and gallery openings. It's been really special.
It really has, yeah.
So we feel quite fortunate, and we should shout out the team at Leica and the team at LSI, Leica International, who coordinated the U.S. Contingent.
Yep.
Without LSI, we would not be here. Thank you to our executive director of LSI, who's looking at us right now. He said thumbs up.
Also, Colin.
Yeah, so if you're not a member of LSI,
Yeah.
you should join because it will give you the opportunity to go to cool things like this.
Absolutely.
So shout out LSI, the best Leica organization on the planet. So we got a book.
What's next?
What's next, Dave? I'll hold it.
Let's do this one.
All right.
So this is, as you probably recognize, this is a Leica Support 2, which is the ever popular hybrid instant camera. So if you're not familiar with this, we actually did show this off on the show a few times. It's very cool because it is digital capture, but optical analog printing. So you can save to a micro SD card or the extraordinarily minute, like 5-picture internal memory.
That's right.
Yeah, and you can take the lens cap off there.
Yes. Well, the lens cap is the cool part.
And it's magnetic.
So there's two things that make the 100-year Support 2 unique.
Yeah.
One is this nickel-colored lens cap, which mimics the lens on the original Leica 1, which is the same nickel finish. And two is hard to tell on here. I don't know if I can bring this
Maybe
up.
we can get it.
Does this
Colin,
work?
can you give us a close up there?
Yeah. I'll have Colin do this up here. It has the 100-year logo on the top plate. See if we can get it to work here.
A little close.
Kind of, sort of.
That's okay. We'll do our best.
Yeah, it's too close.
That's okay. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
it's all right.
It's all right. We'll get these in the studio and we'll
And
do
it's,
a
and it's this lovely like, piano black.
Yeah, same finish as the regular black so far, just a little bit spicier.
And you know, Leica, they also did something cool. So every single employee at Leica here in the factory, which is hundreds of people,
Well, worldwide.
but they give them all worldwide.
Yeah, 2,400 people. Yeah.
So now, Leica announced they
Any
have
questions?
2,000, not yet,
We will.
2,400 global employees now, which is quite a lot. Because even 10 years ago, they had less than 2,000. So they really
they've grown
it continues.
significantly.
The companies continue to grow and flourish and thrive. And in celebration of that, they actually provided every employee their own Centennial Edition Support 2, which
That's so
is
cool.
really amazing. And tomorrow, when we're kicked out, they're actually having the Leica Family Day. So they're converting the whole campus in celebration of the employees and their families, which is
awesome.
It's a really great company, and obviously everyone that works here is treated like family members.
Yeah.
We had a tour when we got here a couple days ago, and that gentleman said he had been with Leica for 44 years.
That's wild.
And he's like, well, I'm not really a tour guide. I'm in charge of optical production.
He's just giving the tour.
He's giving the
cool
tour,
like that.
right. So he's in charge of optical manufacture of M lenses. And we saw some incredible stuff. It was a behind the glass factory tour. Actually, that was just for LSI members.
Yeah.
So that was a really special small group. There was maybe 10 on each tour, 2 tours. And we got to see their prototyping facilities with their 3D printers and some of the machining work and all that. And we really got close in. And we even got to come away. I have it in my bag.
Yeah.
But we got our little optical glass.
The rejects? Yeah, those are super cool.
So
If you've never done a factory
You have
tour,
to,
you can come anytime and sign up for one.
Yeah.
The Leica Welt has their website. You can schedule all that stuff. It's a really cool experience. Even if you just have a day passing through Frankfurt, it's about a 45-minute hour drive
Sure.
from the airport. So
And when they don't have an event with hundreds and hundreds of people, they do have a lovely hotel here.
That's right.
So you can stay right on campus at the Lights Hotel.
So we covered 2 products.
Yeah, so this is widely available, or will be widely available.
They're going to be limited, but not limited edition.
Correct.
So I'm sure they'll be accessible once they start shipping them.
Right.
Let's talk about the third new release.
Tridents.
These are Trident 10 by 40.
Also,
100 years.
yeah, with the glossy black paint and the nickel finish.
Correct. So these, but just to be clear, these are aluminum. They're not brass.
There's a reason.
So they would be really, really heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're very cool.
Yeah. So
They're-
these are. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, they kept that retro styling
Yeah.
from vintage Trinivids,
Yes.
but they are modern optics. So these are purely modern Trinivids, and these are
100. So this is limited to 100.
limited, yeah. And there's a little 100 logo here.
Yeah, so they have no red dot, the nickel accents like David mentioned, the black painted aluminum body. Also, the leather is unique as well. They've done different sort of classic series Tridents before, but never anything like this. And to see the black paint finish on the binoculars, so if you're a black paint Leica enthusiast and you can get your hands on one of these,
Oh yeah.
even they're kind of going in the mushroom theme, this conical
Yes,
shape
yeah.
for the focusing, or that's the focusing, right? Yeah.
It's this cross hatch
And
knurling.
with the knurling that's also found on the
Very,
nice.
very nice.
Yeah, so very, very cool.
And even black paint lugs.
The lugs, yeah,
Yeah.
these are beautiful.
So this is very pretty.
Yes.
And these actually are not very expensive relative
I don't
to
have the price in front of me, but they are in the U.S. They are, bear with me here, $27.99.
Yeah.
So for a limited product with only 100,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
These are special.
Yeah.
I think they would look great on a bookshelf or actually go and use them. But yeah, really cool.
All right. What is the next right here?
Yeah.
This is the Leica Deluxe 8, 100 years of Leica edition, and there's a couple of really cool features that this camera has. Of course, the obvious one, you'll notice it has these sort of nickel-colored accents, again, to mirror the Leica 1. The knurling on all the dials, so you've got the zoom ring, the function ring here, and the shutter speed dial has that same knurling.
Yep. Even on the lens cap.
Even the lens cap,
Yeah.
I just noticed that. Has
Yeah,
that same
yeah.
knurling.
Let's get a close up on this.
Um,
Let's see how we do.
Let's see if we can do
Hopefully
this.
the camera refocuses. How we doing? Yeah,
Good?
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
show that off.
Nice. Gorgeous.
I love all the cross knurling on that. And the shutter release button is really cool.
Right, you can see it has the domed shutter release button as well as the 100-year hot shoe cover. So this is a pretty cool piece. And also the texture is like an M11, but what's really interesting about this one is in order to mimic the design of the original Leica 1, this is a smooth body. Normally the DLX8 has a thumb rest right here. So just to make it a little bit more aesthetically in homage to the original camera it's paying tribute to, we have a smooth back. So I love it when Leica actually goes out of their way to change the chassis, change the metal, because that really shows you their commitment level, because you have to design a whole new camera.
All new
essentially.
machining.
machinery, yeah. So that to me is really probably one of the coolest parts.
Yeah, it's very cool.
There's also no red dot, so super clean design on the front.
Take the
These,
lens cap off.
yeah, sure. These are not numbered. They're not limited to a specific number, but they will be limited quantities available.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what that means exactly, but I imagine they'll sell out pretty fast.
Sure.
The DLX8, oh, there's a battery. Great.
Yeah, it's
The
working.
DLX8,
Wait,
the normal
Leica
DLX8
makes cameras that work?
I'm
Yeah.
shocked.
These are all real things, guys.
The regular DLX8 has been hugely popular.
Yeah.
If you know, they're super hard to get right now in the US because it's such a high performance camera. We did a show on the DLX8.
We did.
So you can check that out if you want to learn more about the specifics. But this is gorgeous. I love the knurling.
Yeah.
On the body.
And price on this one?
This one is, stand by please, it is $2,150 in the US. I don't know overseas what it is, but in the US, $2,150.
For sure.
And again, not limited to a specific number,
But limited
but
production.
limited production. There's another camera that we want to talk about, and that one is a new, we want to call it a large format sensor.
It's an extra large format
Yeah,
sensor.
it's the
This one,
biggest,
this one we did not see coming. I gotta say, you know, there
which is
was-
ironic given how visible it is.
It's, I mean, yeah, it's pretty hard to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Let
so
me,
we want to go get that off frame here. So,
you want to go grab it or want Colin to hand it to me?
Colin, yeah, could you?
Yeah,
could you
I'm
hand
gonna
that?
have my.
I'm gonna move this just to make a little space.
That's right.
Because it really is extra large.
Yeah. So I just want to get you hyped up about this new. This is the biggest camera sensor like it's ever made.
Yeah.
And you know you have to go to the gym to use it. This is probably about 25 pounds.
Yeah. You want me to hold this?
You just get a picture.
Hold on, and I'll focus it here.
Yeah,
oh,
can you get-
you know, and there's
The shutter speed dial does work. Yes.
giant shutter speed dial.
So this is You know, people have said, oh, the SL system is a little on the heavy side. So this is what I call a perspective model. This allows you to appreciate just how lightweight and wieldable the SL system is. Because if you can get this out into the field, you know, this thing is, it's heavier than it looks. It's not.
Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. It's yeah. I think it's there we go. Take it. I mean,
this is the perk of hanging out at the factory.
Right. The thing is, like, you can't. It takes. You know, you gotta like mash the shutter button. It takes a little bit of pressure here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. So.
There
we go.
What kind of neck strap do you need for this? It actually has like a fake screen on the back.
I know, it is actually really cool. This is really cool.
This is really cool. Look at this thing.
And it's serialized.
It is not for sale. Otherwise, I would be buying it for my house because I'm sure I find
basically, yeah. We were walking through the factory and said, "What's that? We need that." And they're like, "Okay,
sure, we can have it in the video." Okay, now.
Okay, for real.
Jokes aside,
there is one more thing.
Another product that was released.
A little more handholdable.
A little more handholdable. Yeah. Come on, I had to take this back.
And hand the other one in.
Give us a second. Lift
yeah, there you go.
Lift
Lift
your legs.
Lift your legs, not your back.
There we go.
That's it.
I'll take the gloves first.
Josh, the gloves are coming on.
The gloves are on. That's right.
Yes. There we go. So this one is a real product for now. Hey, look at the, oh man, that is gorgeous.
If you've been on the internet in the last 24 hours, you've probably emailed me about this.
Colin, you want to get an overhead of this? Because the box is incredible.
I have goosebumps.
Yeah, I know.
I have goosebumps right now. I'm gonna
And no joke, when we say this is a museum piece,
yeah.
Because this is an actual museum piece.
We're gonna show you why in a second. Are you ready? Just look at
the presentation.
This presentation.
Wow.
So we have the 1925 to 2020. It's actually engraved. It's not just painted
Right.
on. This is like embossed or engraved. Isn't it?
Engraved. Yeah.
And this is probably the centennial product that has received the most hype for obvious reasons.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take this off.
I'm gonna just set it over here.
Got it?
Yep.
So, what are we looking at? This is the Leica M11D, 100 years of Leica. This is mind-blowing. It represents probably one of the coolest, most unique special edition sets that Leica has come out with in as long as I can remember. So, let me give you a quick rundown of what we're looking at. This is a Leica M11D in black paint with a brass top plate and a brass bottom plate. So, the first time we've seen the M11D in brass body because they've all been aluminum with the standard black finish that's like a matte black. There's two lenses that come in the set. The first one is one we're familiar with in terms of the optics. This is the 50 Summilux Spheric version 2 with close focus. You'll notice that it is coated in a sort of a nickel colored finish. It's not made from nickel.
And there's a reason for that.
Because nickel, I guess, has some allergy
or
some reaction you can have. So it's not actually nickel.
It's nickel look.
It has the knurling that we saw on a bunch of the other products as well.
Incredible. That cap
This absolutely amazing front lens cap. And of course,
look at the focus tab.
The rear cap, the metal focus tab.
Matching.
Beautiful rear cap.
All metal.
Yeah, this is amazing. But what really sets this set apart is
something we haven't seen before.
It, as far as I can think of, only once before has Leica launched a limited edition set of any kind that had a lens that only existed inside of that. That was the K7 set, which was a modified Leica M4 and a 50L kit. You couldn't buy that lens separately. It only came with that set. So what Leica has done with the M11D 100 years of Leica set is essentially reintroduced the original 50mm or 5cm f3.5 and astigmat lens from the original Leica 1. That lens was permanently attached to the body. This lens actually has an M mount on it. I'll show you that.
Which is the first time that's ever happened.
Just be very careful here. There we go. Do not want to drop this.
Do not drop it.
Now this lens, just like the one it is based on, is collapsible. It has the same knurling, but of course it's an M mount lens. You can think of this as a classic series lens.
Right.
This is like the 28 Summron, the 1.2 Noctilux,
the fan bar,
the steel rim, the fan bar, etc. Now we have no idea if this is going into serial production or not. This camera is limited to 100 pieces. So as of now, this may be only 100 of these lenses,
Which makes it extraordinarily rare.
will ever exist.
Yeah. And the finishing front and back is
it's
just
gorgeous.
incredible.
This is the first time that I've seen it. That
Yeah.
either of us have seen it.
We,
up close.
right, like we were sitting many rows back
That's right.
and saw this on a TV monitor. This is the first time that we're actually
The detailing
getting
is
hands-on.
incredible. The knurling is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I feel very. I'm like
Amazing.
almost shaking. But that's not the coolest part about this set. The coolest part.
The camera.
Ooh,
We need a little.
we gotta go.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. We got a last spot.
You do it with the thing. There is actually a reason. We're not actually allowed to touch this with our hands.
Correct. So
And
this
we'll get to the reason
this
why.
camera has two very important numerical features. Number one, this is the 1 millionth M camera ever produced that I'm holding in my hands. Number 1 million. The serial number, 6 million. If you know anything about numerology in the world of Leica,
It's very
serial
important,
numbers are extremely important. This is so significant, it's going straight into the Leica archives.
Yep.
It is now a part of history. 1 millionth M, serial number 6 million.
And 6 millionth camera.
And the 6 millionth
So
camera.
this is the 6 millionth camera they produced in
Yes.
100 years.
Yes.
And the 1 millionth M camera.
I'll admit it's extremely satisfying to see a serial number followed by all zeros. And there's somebody sitting out of frame who would do anything to get their hand on this camera, but unfortunately, unless they Mission Impossible style way the archive, they're never gonna have it.
Well, and I think there's people that would tackle us on the way out the door. There's a reason that we're inside.
That's right.
A secure facility here.
So this is an M11D,
Yeah.
brass, black paint, limited to 100. The back looks like a traditional M11D, of course, with the classic style leather covering, the knurling here, but the top plate has the sort of, again, mushroom style
Nickel, yeah.
conical shutter release area, a unique conical shutter button with no threading for soft release, but most interestingly, no strap lugs and no Leica dot. So this is almost like the M-Edition 60, which has the
Exactly,
strap lugs.
right. But they don't. But that one came with a case
So does
that had
this.
straps.
We're
Yeah.
getting
Okay.
So
Let's go.
even the body cap
Is just solid nickel.
is knurling.
Or
I mean,
nickel look,
yeah, the knurling on the body cap. To have this camera in my hands is insane. And I know everyone watching this, if you're a collector, you want to know, when can I get it? How can I get one? When is it coming? What does it cost?
Yeah.
We don't know any of that. This is a prototype. This is the one. In due time, more information will come to us, and we will learn about it. What I'm mostly tempted to do, since this is going to go into the archives and probably never get used, it has internal storage, just take a whole bunch of selfies on it. I'm not going to do that, but the temptation is
real. It's real.
very
Yeah,
strong.
yeah.
But I don't even want to mount the lens on it because I think
They did in the press conference.
Dr. Kaufman could do it. 'cause
Yeah,
he
but Steph and Daniel
Oh,
actually.
that's-
Yeah. So both of these lenses were actually mounted on it,
I'll
but
let
we're
I'll
not
let
going to
them
do that.
No, we are. Yeah.
We're going to respect.
So if we gingerly
and I will take that from you. Yes.
be very careful. It's quite heavy.
I feel like you're diffusing a bomb.
You got it?
Yes, I have. Wow, that is really heavy.
Yeah, I told you.
That is solid.
So we actually have no idea exactly what else to expect in here. I can see we have.
You want to get an overhead here, Tom?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Before I keep on this.
This is very cool.
That's safe on there.
This is safe.
Don't spit on it.
Nope.
We put the lens top on top. Yeah, there we go on the camera. Yeah. So this is the inside of the M11D box. We have. You got a shot, Colin? We have this beautiful SD card wallet. Well, what I meant was the card wallet is not in there.
It's missing.
It's
Wow.
Just like the M-Edition 60, we have a unique
Yep.
half case, but of course that's the only way you can have a strap on it is by using a half case.
And it is reminiscent of a Leica 1 case.
Yes, exactly. So this is a beautiful custom half case with the
Magnetic.
magnet here, yeah, just like you saw for the regular 11. And then in here, I don't know how to get this
Can you
out
get
here.
that out there? Careful.
We got it. We have this book, which is the instruction
Instruction,
manual,
yeah.
but it is like beautifully bound. That's insane. And of course, what's funny is though the M11s don't come with a charger anymore.
This one does.
This one does.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Well,
So
you know, for the price.
there's a little trivia. We don't know the price.
Yeah.
A little trivia for you is the M11D. So that's the best way to get a charger is to buy one of these, right?
Right.
Okay.
That is substantial, actually. That presentation.
So, if you guys watch the show, you know I'm a giant Leica nerd. This is an incredible privilege to see this camera up close, to handle this camera. to have my bracelet caught in the box.
Oh.
By the way, this is how we get food. Is
Right.
Our little Leica
This is the access badge.
we'll
Yeah.
close it back up here.
And look at that is sweet. And it's like this.
It's this wood
Polished.
with these leather
Yeah.
straps on it. I mean, it's
Something. It is something.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's really, really special when Leica comes out. For 2014, 400 years since the original Leica, we saw the 100-year stainless steel set.
And we were here for that.
We were here for that. And what was cool about that is that set introduced the 28 Superlux to the world.
Mhm.
So that was also a set containing a unique lens. However, that of course
Became
went into
production.
sort of production. We don't know what's going to happen with this set. Obviously, we are anxious to find out. Just the fact that sitting in front of me is the 1 millionth M camera and serial number 6 million. In 100
And the
years,
6 millionth camera that they ever made. Yes.
and you think about what the M3 with serial number 700,000 just went for, 2.8 million euros.
8 million.
In 20 or 30 years or 50 years, this will be the archives, what kind of millions?
Well, no, because it won't be able to be sold.
$50.
But you know what? You can book a free tour and see it. Well,
Well, if they have
if
it in the archives.
and if they take it out.
So let's take a break and ask some, answer some questions.
Here, let me put these out so we can talk about them.
Colin can moderate.
Do you know which selected Leica stores will have the M11D 100 set available?
No, I mean, with only 100 sets, we don't know. This is always the tough part about these special releases is there's very few. Unfortunately, not everyone who wants one will get one.
In other words, there's more Leica stores in the
Yeah.
world than there is
Yeah.
these sets.
So we don't know anything yet. This was announced yesterday, and if you've seen stuff online about it, that's as much as we know as well.
Does the new Anastigmat lens have 6-bit coding?
Yeah. Oh, let's find out.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I have it right in front of me.
you
so
do. I mean, I feel like you should notice that. Go. Oh, but actually.
It's soft on the other side.
Oh yeah, it actually has padding on the side, which is pretty cool.
It does not.
Look at that.
Excellent question.
But does the 50?
Yeah, that I checked.
Yeah,
That-
okay.
This does not have 6-bit coding. That was
That's
fascinating.
really interesting. Wow. Okay.
Well, now we know.
Huh.
Next. Anything else? That's okay. No, I'm surprised anyone tuning in.
It's awake. It's like
yeah, I know,
You
right?
thought you were just gonna have breakfast.
I
and
know.
then suddenly you see us.
Why did you guys leave Jose in Miami?
Someone has to run the store.
Yeah, he was poorly behaved.
That's right. He messed up on the last show, and it was just like, we're not okay with any of that. No, we wish Jose was here, but
Yeah. But
unfortunately,
it is the three of us.
that's, yes.
And friends, many friends.
Someone's got to keep that store going.
Yeah.
When is the book available?
Don't know.
Also a good question.
Yeah. What we're going to do with the book, at least at Leica Store Miami, is once we get our first delivery, we'll just mark them in stock.
Yeah.
Just because taking pre-orders would be very tough. So we're going to mark them in stock whenever they do come in, and we'll send out an email blast.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a nice large quantity of it
Yes.
at once and
Fingers
we can
crossed.
send them.
Stay in contact.
Anything else?
Pretty much it.
Let's see. Are there any unannounced products that we saw at the presentation?
Only the extra large format.
Yeah, the extra large format. Yeah, no, I mean, if it's not announced, we don't know, can't talk.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's like, you know the rules if you watch the show. Here, I'll put this. It's making me nervous. Give me the lens off first.
Yeah, let's go.
I want to.
I mean, listen.
Sure.
Going into the museum.
That's right. I want my DNA on this thing.
Right.
There we go. This is beautiful. I'm trying to hype up something that's already like sold out 100 times over. But
And the fact that no one can get this one. But
yeah, this one, especially this one.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely be taking some cell phone photos of this later before we get it
Yeah,
back. Okay, I'll take that. The top plate. The box top plate.
The box.
When your box has a top plate, that's how you know.
It is cool. Oh, and look at that. Yeah, nice.
The new Anastigmat lens is rangefinder coupled.
Yes.
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 Yeah, it's an M-mount lens. Yes, just not 6-bit code.
Still no S4 yet? Question mark.
Well, yeah.
Let me grab. Yeah, you just saw the S4. It's just that 25-pound M body. That's all.
That's just the M11XL.
XL, I like
That's
that.
hilarious. I love that.
Yeah. No S4, no talk of anything like that. It's
Yeah, this event is about celebrating Leica's 100 years. All the releases that we've seen from big to small reflect that.
sure.
I love this sort of thematic string that ties all these together with the knurling and the nickel and the black paint and the logos. The ideal scenario is you get one of everything.
Right. And I really like their tagline for this, which is "Witness to a Century." Right. And when they highlight the photographers and you see, you know, of course we think about it, but seeing it visually in some of their presentations, just all the iconic photographs taken over the last 100 years with Leica cameras, it is astonishing.
Somebody was
Someone's
laughing.
laughing.
Funny because we got to listen to it.
I was laughing.
It's not as fun when you can't see the chat.
I know.
So-
Like, where's my computer?
I just said don't let David handle the camera because he might drop it.
Oh, he's not allowed any. There's actually a.
No gloves, no gloves.
He's not allowed within a 6-foot radius of this box. So.
I know. We had a whole debriefing. with
Yeah, Dr.
security.
Kaufman himself came down to restrain David so he couldn't touch it. I mean, really, I can't thank everyone at Leica enough for giving us this opportunity.
Yes.
Because again, this is going in the archives. This is.
How many people get this
This is
opportunity?
an extremely important part of Leica history. They showed a beautiful video of them engraving.
Yes.
Showing them around the hot
Yes.
shoot during the event, probably on a video camera or something.
Yeah.
So to see that on the big screen and then have it
Right
here,
here.
that I can put in my car and drive away with is amazing.
Don't say that on video.
I don't know, it really is all jokes aside, it really is a privilege, and I had goosebumps
Yeah.
opening this thing up and seeing it for the first time.
So cool.
But honestly, I think amongst these,
Mhm.
the binoculars may be my favorite. Just because I've never seen black paint binoculars like this.
They're really cool.
And I just think it's a fun addition to your collection, even if you don't need like a binocular. These are really cool.
Yeah, they're really
And the DLX8 is also beautiful. I love that conical shutter button on there as well. And I think there's going to be
This
a
one
lot
I'm
of,
allowed to touch.
yes, a lot of
Oh,
opportunities
and actually,
people to
it feels really good, actually.
Yeah. Well, the leather covering is nice.
Yeah. This. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably. I'll say this is the nicest deal I've seen.
This is the nicest. Well, there's only this and a regular one.
There you go. Oh, and it, yeah, nice looking.
That's-
Yeah. Oh, this is really nice.
I know. This is an
Um,
exciting week to be in Wetzlar. It's our last day. So we'll be gone after this.
Yeah,
We're
full of emotions.
Back for the 200-year anniversry.
Uh,
We'll be heads in a jar for letting.
cryo frozen.
Exactly. Yeah. They'll unfreeze us for this 200 years. Any other questions, Colin?
Yeah.
Are the lenses and camera case numbered? The new lenses.
The lenses are numbered. This is what they call a P series, so it's not X out of X, whatever. It's like a P number prototype, because this is technically pre-production or a null series. But yes, the camera and the lenses will be numbered. There's a number on the hot shoe of the camera, and then on the barrels of the lenses.
A series number.
It'll be a series number, yeah, out of 100.
Like you saw with
Yeah,
other cameras.
yeah. These are not numbered. Just I don't think they're not. No, there's
No.
not a serial number.
They,
Only the
they
M11.
did also number there's another sort of camera, which is the 100-year Wetzlar edition.
Right, so they're doing the glossy black M11s for all the major.
Not M11D, M11s.
Right, yeah, and that we have on our website.
Right,
So
right.
they're pretty fast.
So
the New York edition.
there was a New York edition, and they do have the same glossy black with the nickel look.
Well, it's silver on it. Not
Silver.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
A little different.
Still
And
cool.
it's still cool, but also those are limited to 100.
And you had to be here. They sold out in like 2 hours at
Correct.
the factory store.
Yeah, and they
Wow.
only had them here.
Yeah, correct.
4 people at the event.
Correct.
So yeah, but I guess the next event is in Shanghai.
I think in the fall. No.
August.
In August.
August.
Yeah, Shanghai in August. So if you're in Shanghai,
Yeah.
they probably look. You want to talk about new products? They probably will have an M11 glossy black.
Well, they've already said they're going to do that.
They don't know yet.
They do know. It's on their
Uh,
website.
Shanghai edition, and then
Yes.
after that they're doing Singapore, I believe.
Tokyo.
Oh, Tokyo.
I think that's it.
Yeah. So they're kind of going around the world.
It's an exciting year to be a Leica enthusiast.
It is a centennial. That also means 100.
Good job.
Yes, thank you. Now, any other questions? We want to kind of keep this a little bit short, but
We may go live later.
kind of walking around.
Do a little walk around, walkie-talkie of the factory
Yeah,
grounds. So definitely keep an eye. If you're subscribed, you'll get a notification that we're going live again.
And go.
And we're leaving out. You know, we got to clean up our mess here and get some coffee and such. But
Yeah.
I think before the sun goes down, which happens at like midnight around here,
It does.
we'll go live again.
Yeah.
Just,
Just
take
a little walk around
yeah,
casual thing.
Take around the campus a little bit.
We'll show you some of the galleries.
Just to make Colin walk backwards to the camera.
Super awesome. Love that.
He loves that.
Yeah.
He looks thrilled. Right
He's
now.
like, that's a look of appreciation.
I
Right?
think I can
Yeah,
jet
it's
lag
just the
that.
camera's just gonna be on me the whole time.
That's fine. We all like looking at it. It's okay.
All right.
You want to sign us off?
Sure. So, listen, thanks for this impromptu, tuning in for
That's
this
right.
impromptu little live video. Sorry for the lowly iPhone and iPhone audio. It's well below our normal standards, but we felt that with this kind of opportunity,
Yeah.
it would have been a crime not to. So, the crime of the lack of quality is counterbalanced.
That's right.
Right, by
You
the
got a private tour of a very special place.
immediate
I don't want to hear it.
opportunity. So yeah, again, huge thanks to Leica, to Andrea and his team for making this happen for us. We were waiting a day or two to see if they could actually do this, and we found this afternoon they could. So thankful for giving us the opportunity, the space, and the trust to actually handle this. And yeah, thanks to you guys for tuning in, and we will be back soon. When we get back in mid-July, we'll be doing a real episode.
Yes.
And we'll see you then. Thanks a lot.